It's our off-air pod show. It's our off-air pod show. It's our off-air pod show. It's our off-air pod show.
Yeah, you heard right. It's the Off-Air Podcast, Off-Air Pod Show, whatever you want to call it. I'm Liam. Ben.
Hello there, no business. I have one bit from yesterday's pod, but I'll reserve it until tomorrow's.
Wonderful. Belle.
Hello, no business.
Yeah, you were looking at Ben like we didn't need his life story then. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I got business from yesterday. I'll hold it for tomorrow and reserve the right. Don't stare at me.
It's the best look. We should get the show like properly streamed so then people can see what the look is. Because everyone in this team knows, but like when Ben gives Belle that look, I'm just like, shut up.
It used to scare me.
I got the look last night.
You did?
I
Yeah,
did.
yeah, we can get into that. But I'll just quickly introduce who you are.
course.
Of course, you're producer Andy.
Present. I did have another bit of business. I can hold it because I'm conscious of time.
Prod Teena.
Howdy.
Skidder.
Present.
And Jack.
Here, and we'll get to me in topic tennis.
Whole team's in. Yeah, you did have a bit of a scuffle yesterday with Ben and Andy locked horns.
Ben goofed and blamed it on me.
I didn't
Let's
goof.
not do this again.
What happened was, so obviously we're in the studio, producers sit outside the studio, they put the calls through. We were doing talkback on... what were we talking about?
High IQ pets.
High IQ pets.
right.
We were burned through the callers. We got to the last caller. They were very funny. They said how their dog, they've trained their dog to push buttons and it tells them what they want.
So we're like, oh my God, there's like a food button. And I think I sort of made a gag of like, oh, you've just got a fat dog.
Yep.
And like, I would love one of those buttons to like press whenever I want food. And we
Very
sort of
funny.
laughed. Song started playing.
We call that the out, Liam. Funny gag. I started the song. I looked down at the chat box, which is how sometimes we can communicate with the producers without using our words. We can type stuff to them and they can type stuff to us. I looked down. Andy had written, what do the other buttons say? And then I was like, well, if he's put that there must be like a funny button that I haven't asked about yet. So the song was playing, and I never do this, but I was like, well, it must be good. I stopped the song, brought the caller back up and said, what do the other buttons do? And then she was like, oh, like go to the toilet, and it was a very boring answer.
It was like what you would imagine the other, like, yeah.
And I would say it's a bum steer.
And you wouldn't hear that because I think the next direction was Liam buzzed through the scudder and said, do not put that...
No, it was very unnecessary, yeah.
Well... you guys are performing. I am listening like a listener, and I felt when she was talking, I was sitting there going, I wonder what else the dog can do, because you're honing into this. He has buttons and he asks for food. I was thinking, what else can he do? What else can this genius dog do? So I wrote that on the screen, but as you started to wrap it up, I deleted it from the screen.
Yeah, which I disagree with, but I also think...
No, what do you mean you disagree with it? I deleted it from the screen. You can't disagree with that.
You writing that question would make me believe that there has to be a third button. Like, obviously there's food. Obviously there's needs to go to the toilet. There must be another button we're not thinking about. And I thought that you had prepped her and you knew what the buttons all did. And you were putting in there, ask about the buttons because there's a funny one you haven't asked about yet.
Would you not agree that if you hadn't have started the song and we didn't have the great gag from Liam, we would have asked that question anyway. So that's fair that Andy would say.
But you weren't asking the question. It was
but
actually...
that's fair that you would say, oh, curious.
The call was pretty good. I think we were off the bit anyway, so we were kind of meandering, like nothing was impressing ears. And I was like, I wanted to know what the other buttons were. But when Liam had to funny out and I got rid of it, but Ben paused the song.
Because the song was already playing. I saw it from Andy and thought, that must be good. I paused the song, asked it, and then was let down by the answer.
Very, very, very quick tribal council, because there's 5 people in the room, other than me and Ben. Who is at fault out of me and Ben?
Could I ask a clarifying question?
Of course, yes.
When Ben started asking the question, was it still on the screen?
No.
Yes.
No, it wasn't.
It was on the screen.
And then you asked.
Put yourself in my shoes. I've got a million jobs. You guys got one job. I'm trying to run this whole operation. I see in the chat box it says the thing. The song's playing. I then go, into my head I go, I've never done this before. I'm going to pause it because it must be good. I then ask her.
Yeah,
it was
but
there.
by the time you asked, it was gone.
So what do you want me to do?
I'm just clarifying. I was also there as a witness, and I saw the question. I saw you hit play on the song, and then he deleted it, and then you brought the song down and said,
so
and then
you
asked.
want me to never trust Andy and read anything? So then what do you want me to do?
I'm just clarifying for Scudder's question.
We got to vote. We got to get...
That's the wrong one. Which one do I normally play?
well.
It's called Survivor.
Well, that one was good.
I'm just clarifying for Scudder's question, that's all.
All right, Ben and I are obviously exempt from this, but there are 5 people, so we should have a quorum.
And what's the question?
Who is at fault for what happened last night? Is it Andy or Ben? You can either vote Andy or Ben.
Left
Belle?
of the no, it's left of the dealer, so it's Teena.
Oh, Teena, you go first.
Ben's at fault.
That's because you're a producer and you're siding with Andy.
I'm so stressed about voting.
Also, let it be known. Let it be known. If I lose the Tribal Council, I will never read anything in that chat box ever again. I will never read.
go on the huff.
No, because I'm getting burnt from
Harumping.
trusting Andy. I'm getting
don't go on
burnt.
a huff.
I'm getting burnt for giving my trust. So I will not read anything in that chat ever
Don't
again.
go on a huff, Sam.
I'm going in a huff if I lose.
So put it this way, I was in the room. I was one of the three on the show.
Can I just say, if Ben wins, I will never write anything in that box
Okay.
again.
Well, there you go. So you both made your case clear.
God.
I was sort of I'd said my thing. The song was playing. I feel like I read it at that moment.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really concentrated on what Ben was doing. He was just sort of like going into the song, like yada yada. And in my head, I was like, oh, if it's really good, maybe we'll come back after the song.
Whoa.
I was like, if it's so good, like we would come back after the song, or maybe we can, yeah. So my head was like, I get where you're coming from in the sense that I was like, it must be really good, because I saw that and thought that as well. And I'm like, we'll just come back to it. That being said, like when the song's like, you know, I'm sorry, but like when we're like 10, 15 seconds into the song, and then it's sort of like, oh, we stop it. Like
It was a 12-second post, and I asked about 4 seconds into the post.
I mean, we have to get the audio.
Can we get a vote? Did you vote?
So
I've not been listening. I
hard.
tuned out.
It's brutal.
We need that bed
It's-
extended, by the way. Scudder,
Yeah,
please.
Yeah, no
it's so it's hard.
We've got to talk
You know,
about
no,
it.
It's like pick between mum and dad. Like
It's
it really
not
is.
hard. He thinks you're at fault, but he doesn't want to say it.
Yeah.
That's 100% what it is.
I think
Because he's also taking into consideration that I have the job of trying to do everything. So when stuff's there, because it was there too late. It was there too late. Whether it was on when the song started or it wasn't isn't even the question. It's there too late.
Liam,
look,
Jesus.
I'm sorry, but yeah, I don't think we pull the song down for her. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. I know that.
Scudder.
I don't want to be here. I've got work to do. I'm gonna go.
Answer the question, sir.
Well, I mean, who's at fault? Who's at fault? You could say Andy's at fault for not taking it down quick enough. You could say,
Or writing it at all in the first place because it was a boring answer.
I think he was doing his job as a producer by putting it up there.
And was I doing mine by answering it?
Yes, you were. So you're either you're both at fault and
Scudder,
both
you
not at fault.
just spit it out, man. Who's at fault?
I think Ben, you went against your better judgment and paused the song.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, you're at fault.
I'm going to
Do
keep
we
mine
keep
quicker.
going?
I'm going to keep mine quick because yes, it is. Oh yeah. Do we even need a vote?
I mean, I think Ben's at fault, so.
I was going to make the point of it's not anyone's fault that it was a boring story.
Jack, it feels like it's that thing of two people are in a hallway, and it's that awkward thing of like you're both, you're gonna go left, you're gonna go right, and you sort of, it's just that
And they
little
end up
awkward
making out.
moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say if you don't want it read out, don't write it in. But I come from a bit of a place of ignorance on that. So I was going to say that Andy's probably at fault.
Oh, okay.
Well, it doesn't matter.
No, that's fine. I was never asked anything Andy asked me to ask ever again.
Well, the show will suffer then.
Well, I got burnt for doing the right thing. I got burnt. So I will not.
Sometimes that
I would love Janda to compile all the Huff episodes. Like there was the one when everyone was getting up me for leaving early. I think this is Ben's.
Everyone's made their bed and they will lie on it.
All right, so many questions.
topic tennis. We're playing topic tennis.
Too late, Andy.
Don't fade down the song!
A while now, I can't remember what's been said.
Hi, it's Topic Tennis. We play every Thursday.
Teena's loving it.
I'll give out a category, and you have to keep going around saying different things until you either repeat or you can't do it in time.
My good friend Ben won last week.
You know when people in relationships and they put walls
wow.
up? You know they put walls up because they've been burnt? That's me. I've got so many walls up now.
Ben.
Always had walls up.
My fortress has just gotten even higher.
He's the Yu-Gi-Oh
Andy was like
card
one of the few
labyrinth
people
at the
who was
moment.
in the fortress. Now that
Hey,
no, you're out of the fortress and the walls are
I
up.
didn't vote against you. How was anyone in the room that didn't other than Jack?
Walls are up.
It's like you're already the Great Wall of China and you put one of those things that people put on top of their fences, like those extenders.
You're in Bali when there's those like brick fences and then they put the smashed glass on the top.
Yeah.
Put that in.
And then you put barbed wire on top of that.
And there's a moat dug around it.
There are a moat around. There's a moat around Ben's walls. The topic is times Ben's faded down the song. I voted for Andy. No, today's topic, and I'm going to try and keep it quick because we've got no time. So a bit of a harder one. Occupations.
That could go forever. Are you serious?
No. I don't think this will be as long.
All right. Well,
And who won last time?
Ben
Ben.
did.
So Teena goes first, or I go first?
No, you go
go
first.
first.
You
You
go
go
first.
Bricklayer.
Doctor.
plumber.
iPhone screen repairer.
Prime Minister.
Radio host.
Janitor.
Army
3.
recruiter.
What's the thing?
Radio producer.
Electrician.
Army logistics officer.
Senator.
Nurse.
Teacher.
Pilot.
PSO.
Accountant.
Army administrations officer.
Parking ticket inspector.
Advertising.
School counselor.
Soldier.
Disability support worker.
Chiropractor.
Infantryman.
Bank teller.
Lawyer.
Groundskeeper.
Nice.
Submarine technician.
Journalist.
Boilermaker.
Airfield defense guard.
Jesus Christ. Carpenter.
Bin collecting guy. What are they called? Garbo.
3.
Plinth maker.
Tank technician.
Taxi driver.
Bowen therapist.
Web designer.
Graphic designer.
Psychologist.
Anaesthetist.
He said it a bit
Childcare
weird.
worker.
Restaurant host.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Dentist.
Sandwich artist.
Dental assistant.
Nice.
Hairdresser.
Australian cricketer.
FIFO worker.
Challenge. That's not an occupation.
What do you mean?
No, that is.
FIFO.
Yeah, no.
Fly in,
Type
fly
of
out.
work.
That's just like me saying that I work from home.
It's
Okay,
true.
yeah.
I mean,
Do you really want to challenge Ben?
I've challenged him. Hey, I need to get
Jack,
level.
we need
on
the
Ben.
15 to be good tonight, please.
All in favour of Jack's challenge and Ben is out, say aye.
Oh,
All in favour of Jack's challenge failing and Jack is out.
everyone was just scared. FIFO is not a job.
all right. So I'm on
No,
Jack's
you've
side.
already on the vote.
All in. Okay, do it again.
not
do
a
it
job,
again.
bro.
All in favour of
I get to vote. as
all
well.
in favour of Jack's challenge failing, so Ben stays in and Jack is out. Say aye. Aye.
Oh yes.
Well, hang on, but we did it. We did a vote. I'm not.
You didn't vote properly.
We're not doing multiple votes. We voted the first time and 0 people said aye. We voted
No.
the second time and 2 people
Yeah, but
said
you
aye.
can't
it's the same
abstain. You can't abstain.
You can't abstain.
No, you can't.
Well, we can't have a million votes.
Well,
Oh
they
my
would.
God. Why
Liam's
does
already said
everyone
that he's
hate each other
scared.
tonight?
They changed their votes.
All in favour of Ben being out, say aye.
Aye.
Teena, did you say it?
I didn't say a thing.
She didn't even vote. She didn't even vote.
Yeah, was it not to vote for him to get out?
Oh my God! You've stayed silent on all 3
still in.
votes.
No, I didn't.
I'm still in.
I think it's too dubious. I think they're both still in.
Let him.
I think they're both still in.
I think it's a failed challenge.
I think you throw.
Yeah.
I think you throw at this democratic process hasn't worked on this one. So this is. I think they're both staying.
I think it's a very big misunderstanding.
All right,
of
Tina,
It
go.
also
Tina,
feels
go,
like
Tina.
it feels like
Retail
Ben's.
worker. Let's just go through it.
Okay, I'm gonna say a cobbler.
Oh,
Nice, nice.
creative copywriter.
Ruth Thatcher.
Blacksmith.
Tap dancer.
Minor.
Butcher.
Gold miner.
Broadcast engineer.
IT.
Town planner.
Client implementation executive.
Opal minor.
Nice.
Driving instructor.
Lifeguard.
Transport safety officer.
Civil engineer.
Porn star.
Someone who makes like Coke bottles.
What is it?
The hell?
Someone that makes Coke bottles. That's a job.
What is
No,
that?
but that's not an
What's the name?
occupation.
Yeah, it is.
You throwing down?
They're the job. Their job is to make Coke bottles.
It's got to have a name, dude.
What?
Challenging.
Hang on.
You're challenging.
The Coke bottle maker. You challenged me.
he's
100%.
I challenge you.
All those who think Andy's out say aye.
Aye.
What the? That's a job.
That's like saying
No.
making Frank Green bottles.
Well, you can't.
Yeah.
But
You,
it's like
what do you go to Coles? You think there's Coke everywhere?
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
like
but
you
that would be-
I reckon you said
Name
factory
of
worker.
occupation.
You could have said glass blower or something
Yeah.
like that. But yeah, just being like it's like saying like plane driver, and you're like, you mean pilot.
Dumb ones.
person
Everyone's
that
saying
drives
dumb
the
ones.
plane.
All right, move on.
Glass blower.
Kindergarten teacher.
Farmer.
Air traffic controller.
School principal.
air hostess.
Dairy farmer.
Limo driver.
Wheat farmer.
Airport ground technician.
Car hire desk worker.
Life drawing model.
Shearer.
3.
3,
2,
1. Private investigator.
Cleaner.
Oh, has no one said that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Detective.
Hang on, Bill just challenged Scott.
No, I didn't.
No.
You said someone said that.
No, I said, has no one said that?
Well, I did say it.
She was
I said
missing
It's
janitor.
a remark.
She was missing one word for a challenge.
I would say janitor is different to
Challenge.
cleaner.
And I'd already continued by saying detective.
Chef?
Truck driver.
Forensic cleaner.
Nightclub manager.
Constable.
Podcast producer.
3. 2.
Sales in radio.
1.
Yeah. Sous chef.
Senior podcast producer.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
Is that a challenge?
No. Who's going to be here forever?
Glassy.
Nail salon girl.
Head of create.
CEO.
Gaming manager.
COO. 3. 2.
I had
1.
Shit.
See ya.
I can't remember what it was.
Head of sales.
CFO.
Oh, groundskeeper.
Challenge that has been said by Andy.
All those
do we
in
vote?
favour
No,
of
that's-
Scudder being out, say aye.
I did say it. I said it when I was in my school lane.
Oh, you did.
Right,
who's
go
left?
Jack.
Me,
Oh, it's-
Jack,
Bentley,
oh,
Bentley,
it's
Jack.
me.
Oh, Belgium.
Street cleaner.
I'm out.
Oh, principal.
Challenge, I've said it. Guaranteed. I said school principal.
All those in favour of me being out, say aye.
Aye.
All right, it's Liam and Jack.
Oh, no.
Alright, here we go. Basketballer.
Burger flipper.
Football player.
Soccer player.
AFL player.
Hockey player.
Uber driver.
3,
That's fair.
2.
Korfball player.
Bus driver.
3.
Submarine driver.
Train driver.
Oh, that's a good one.
3, 2, 1.
I'm out.
Are you all right? Liam wins.
I felt your nervous energy, Jack, and I capitalised
I can't do one-on-ones, dude.
The one I couldn't remember was news anchor.
Oh, that's good.
I was so excited,
good.
and then you know when you got one in your head, and then you just forget it.
Also,
I
my
thought that time
normal,
was gonna be quick.
that normal thing, whatever it's called, where we play it when there's a great moment,
Yeah.
that's expired, so I can't
Oh,
play
it's
it.
gone.
If I can get that back.
Yeah, NLG's been expired. Who set the expiry on that?
Oh, good stuff,
Good
guys.
rap.
That was
All right,
good.
so I'm just feeling really positive going into today's show.
Go
This is going to be a long edit.
I stand by what I did. I stand by it. And, the wolf-
And remember, I was the only one that stood by you.
you did, sir. Thank you. I will remember that.
Yeah, and then you challenged him twice.
Okay,
Yeah,
that was a
that's
different
in
thing.
the fairness of the game.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to get a toilet paper's going to slam my head up against the wall. Never go against me again. I'm sorry. Slamming into there. Into the base.
Give you a swirly. Yeah.
Yeah. He expected better from you, sir.
Maybe I need to be mean at everybody.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
necessary.
Well, clearly the fear's going, so